Guy that likes games. Here's
games.
A game that I thought of today. It's called Talk Your Way Out of It. I'm going to give you a situation that you're stuck in, and you're going to need to talk your way out of it somehow.
Okay.
You meet a beautiful woman. She wants to have sex with you, but she wants you to wear an afro wig. And while you're having sex with her, she's screaming racist shit at you. And then her neighbor opens the door and comes in. He's a black guy, and he's got a baseball bat.
All right, so I agree to do it.
Oh yeah, you want to have sex with her, so you're
I'm doing it.
You're willing to wear the black African wig,
so
and she's screaming horrible racist stuff. The guy walks in. He's black, and he's got a baseball bat. He's very angry.
He walks in coito, like while we're doing it.
Yeah, her door wasn't fully locked, and the yelling was so loud. He could hear you guys from next apartment. He could hear her yelling the N-word and,
I see.
Fuck me. And
I got you.
And so
how do I talk? You want me to talk?
Now you got to talk to the black gentleman who's got the baseball bat and talk your way out of this situation.
Okay. Hey, bro, let's kill this honky bitch.
So you just commit to black. You just go.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Come on, man. You and me, jive turkey. When I did my first comedy festival thing, that Montreal thing.
What year was that?
Fuck, I don't know.
Like 87?
Yeah, I don't know dates.
Yeah.
But it was around there. And
how long had you been doing comedy at that point?
6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was Canada, so we got a home
so that was like
court thing.
In American years, that's 4 years?
No, I'm saying because the Montreal Comedy Festival was in Canada, we had a quota to fill. I would never have gotten on it if I was in the States. But so I got my 5 minutes, just wrote. That's the way I used to do comedy. I'd memorize every fucking word. And so I had it all figured out and shit, right? And so then I go there, I meet Sinbad, right? So I didn't know who Sinbad was. And he goes, and he's completely relaxed. I'm all thinking about
some sort of one-piece outfit.
He did. His hair matched his shirt.
Yeah.
And they were both orange.
Yeah.
So then he said, he was just so relaxed, and he said, hey, let's go. I got to get some socks. So we go to this fucking store, right? When we first go into the store, there's no one there. It's a small store. So there's no one there. The lady's in the back.
Yeah.
So the lady takes a minute to come out.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's that lady? There's nobody here, And I'm like, yeah. And so he comes out, he gets his fucking socks. Nothing happens, right? So then that night at the gala, I do my carefully constructed material.
Yeah.
Sinbad comes out. He goes, what the fuck is going on? No, he doesn't swear. He goes, what's going on with these stores with socks? I'm like, holy shit. And then he's like, you go in the store and there's no one there. And then people are agreeing with him. I'm like, what? It didn't make none of it made any sense except that he destroyed and I didn't. That's when I realized that I was missing a whole bunch of stuff, because I guess at first you think you're good and stuff like that.
No, you are good, and I think that the fact is, really, if you were to look at it in another way, that if people are able to do an impersonation of you, that means you have a defined style. Whereas, like, I guarantee you there's not a lot of people that can do Sinbad, though you did just do a pretty good one.
I was trying to do it as unracist as possible.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
One time on Def Comedy Jam, the guy goes, you got the do-rag? He goes, I'm fucking my woman, and I don't want to answer the phone. Oh, shit, it could be a job, and then after you take the do-rag, you wipe off your dick with the do-rag, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. But everyone in the audience is like, yeah, we all do that. We all wipe our dicks off. I like some pornography, sometimes I just get so repelled by it, You ever have those friends of yours go, hey man, I got a video of a guy fucking a pig. You're like, I don't care. Yeah, it's on my computer. I'm a computer expert. Yeah, I'm right into the computer. I got snakes coming out of ladies' asses. I can show it to you. Come on in mine. I'm like, no, that's all right. I don't want to see it. Some guy fucking a pig, man. I didn't even think that was real, That's bestiality, right? That's what they call it. Bestiality. That's a real thing, man. I never heard of a dude doing that. Like, nobody. I know a lot of people, man. None of them, to my knowledge, have ever fucked an animal. You know what I mean? I never even heard a guy knew a guy. You know what I mean? But I know that people fuck animals on account of they got that word bestiality. You know what I mean? That's not easy, getting a fucking word. You know what I mean? It's hard getting a word going. They had to have calls at the goddamn dictionary office going, hey man, what the fuck am I supposed to say when I fuck my animal? I got no word for that. You guys gotta put a word there in the dictionary. I got some lobby going there because people are fucking animals. I don't understand. I feel sorry for the animal because that's not consenting. And, you know, also, man, can you imagine if you're a pig, you know, and you're having sex with a beautiful lady, right? And then afterwards, you got to go home and fuck a pig, right? Before you didn't know, you were like, hey, this pig's all right, right? You don't know it's a dirty pig. And then you're having sex with a beautiful lady, and then they're like, yeah, go fuck pigs again. You're like, you dirty bastard. You burned me. What if you're watching, get this man, what if you're watching one of those movies, right? And you're saying, hey man, there's a pig fucking a lady. And then you're like, hey, wait a second. That's that lady that wouldn't dance with me last Friday. She's fucking a pig, man. She wouldn't dance with me. It's terrible. I mean, just dirty for no reason. But that computer stuff, that is just all filth, you know? I don't see anything. Everybody says, oh man, everything's gonna be different. Everything, if you get a computer, then I get a computer, I go, well, what the fuck do I do with it? They go, hey, you can email people. It's amazing. You write in there, and then it goes into people, and I'm like, well, what about a fucking phone, man? That seems more amazing to me. I hear a dude's voice in China. Right? They invented that like a couple hundred years ago. I don't know when they invented it. It could have been 2 billion. But you know, no matter what your sexual proclivity, is that a word, proclivity? I know it's a word, but I don't know what it means. I only know 9-10 words, but I bank on other people not knowing them too. But whatever your sexual, as long as you don't, have sex with animals. I think that's terror. I think it's the wrong thing because they're not. Maybe they're consenting, but we don't know. The animals could be going, hey, I don't know why people are stopping this. I said yes. Maybe, no means no. I said fucking oink. That's what I say when I want to get fucked. Oink. But since there's no way of telling if they're consenting. I'm like that Harvard professor, Art Miller, talking about law. But anyway, the point is this. The whole point is this. I don't know what that means. I just get one of those flashbacks. Rocky Mountain drinking water. You ever get those? Some of them are like glacier. It's all water, right? They don't actually go to a glacier. They don't go over to the Rocky Mountains to get this water, right? You just get it. You get it everywhere else. That's your bullshit. Anyway, I say, everybody's the same. And, well, not everybody, but I guess nobody's really the same. I take it back. I gotta come up with some opinions. That's my problem. I got no opinions. The guy tells me one thing, I'm like, yeah, that's right. The guy can come up and go, hey, abortion, man, that's a woman's right to choose what she does with her body. I'm like, you're fucking right. And another guy go, hey, it's baby murder. I go, good Christ, is it? Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know which is right. I don't know how people come up with these opinions. I have no idea. What? You say my name? Hi, how you doing? Is that all you've come up with? This is my name? Is that all you're going away from? Last time I heard this noise, I was raped afterwards. Getting raped. I'll tell you something about getting raped, man. It's not all it's cracked up in here. That's why I don't want to go to prison, man. Getting raped. God damn. You know? And they know it, those fucking guys, you know? They're like, they know that that's the real punishment. But they don't say it, you know? But they know. You know, they're always like, oh, how terrible it is to lose your freedom. What the fuck is that? You just read a book and work out in the gym and shit like that, you know? But the real punishment is, you know, they get fucked in the ass. But the judge, he doesn't even bring it up, you know what I mean, at the sentencing. He doesn't even mention it to you. There's probably some guys who don't even know what's going on, going to happen, you know? They're like, all right, I'll go in there for a couple of years. First night, get fucked in the ass by 10 guys, you know? Next day, they see them there in the cafeteria. They're like, hey, you guys were way out of line last night. Let me tell you something. It's ridiculous. I have a good mind to go to the warden about this. I can't believe it. Unbelievable, you guys. A lot of growing up to do, I'll tell you that right now. Unbelievable. You know what's interesting about rape, guy-on-guy rape? Never happens with gay guys. It's straight guys, right? Straight guys rape each other. Isn't that kind of odd? And gay guys don't. Maybe with gay guys, no one's ever said no. I don't know. I have no idea. God bless gay guys. I know a lot of them. They're all good guys, you know, funny guys. One time I was like, you ever see a gay pride parade? That's taking a little too far to me. Being proud or something like that. Because, you know, that's just what you are, man. You're gay. How can you be proud of that? You know what I mean? That's like saying, hey, man, I'm proud of being English. God damn. I gotta tell you something. I speak English. I can't tell you. My heart wells with pride about that, man. I talk English every goddamn day. I don't get that, man. I can be proud of that. I went to a gay pride parade, man. I seen a guy, they have the parents of the gay guys, you know. God bless them, man. Because some of these guys, and they hold these banners and say, I'm proud of my gay son, you know. Some of these motherfucking guys, you know, you can tell they were in the war and shit, you know. They never thought they'd be out with a banner saying, I'm proud of my gay son. You know, the mothers are nice, the guys are like, kind of proud of them, I guess. But seriously, are they actually, you know, bragging about their son being gay? Or they down at work, hey, Billy, man, I gotta tell you something about Jimmy. God damn, we're so proud of him. He graduated Harvard last year, first in the class. God damn smart kid, man. He's articling now, you know, over in the Cambridge area. Oh, my God, next year he should be a full partner. Oh, hey, did I mention he sucks cock? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this guy loves cock in his mouth, his ass. It's unbelievable. Here, I got a picture of him here. Yeah, here's the guy with 5 cocks in his mouth. Right there, look at that. God damn, that guy. I don't know how he does it, but I am just so proud of that picture. That's the picture I'm most proud of. Him blowing 5 dudes. God bless gay guys. You know, they make me laugh because, you know, I don't like homophobia because if you're mean to people, man, that's horrible, you know. So I don't mean anything back. And I know people, you know, hate people for all kinds of reasons, you know. Some people hate people because they're a different color, black or white or something like that. I don't care if a guy's black. Hey, let me tell you something. I got a thing I realized. You know when a guy's racist is when he goes, if he says something like this. He goes, I don't care if a guy's black or white or brown, yellow, blue, green, or anything. You're like, what the fuck is green? I don't care if a guy's purple. Any of those goddamn non-human colors, they're all the same to me. Purple, black, same thing to me. If the guy's a black guy or a purple guy, I treat him the same. Isn't a purple guy? That's a fucking monster from outer space. Who the hell likes those guys? You gotta kill them. You gotta kill those guys, right? God bless gay guys. I'm fascinated by them. I got my friend, man. He's a gay guy. He thinks like I'm a gay guy. You know, a lot of gay guys think everybody's gay. Especially when they're fascinated. At least my most fascinating subject is gay guys because it's something like that I find hard to comprehend, you know, fucking another dude. So I'm like fascinated that this, you know, this is like a thing. Like if a guy tells me, hey, I play a lot of bridge, I'm like, whatever. But if a guy goes, hey, I love licking a guy's balls, you know, I'm like, wow, that's a real interesting thing there, man. That's something else. I'm interested in that shit, you know, I'm really fascinated with that because it's a fascinating thing, you know. And you know, I just want to understand. I try to understand, you know, because it's interesting, you know, very, very interesting stuff, you know. And one thing I do realize about gay guys is one of them gets gypped, you know, and there's two gay guys. That's for goddamn sure. One of those guys is having a grand old time, you know. The other guy, man, he got the run into the thing. I don't know how they figure it out, man, but one guy gets to use his cock. It's a huge advantage in a relationship. You get to use your cock. You know? One guy's, hey, I'll tell you what, man, I'll use my cock. How about you use the inside of your ass? The guy's like, I'm not sure that's fair, man. Are you sure this will be as fun for each of us here? Because I'll tell you, man, a guy's cock, it likes everything, you know? Really, when you come down to it, you could fuck a chocolate cake, you know? It'd be all right. Hey, it's my companion. It's a chocolate cake. I fuck it, you know? I fuck it. Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing the chocolate. You know, because a cock is a thing, just gets along with everybody. Easy going. Hey, man, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. But the inside of your ass, completely different. You know? Very picky, very, kind of a loner, you know? Kind of just, I'm all right over here. And then there's gay ladies too, lesbians, you know, that I think like for mainstream America, they're easier to accept, you know, because, you know, there's no like anal tearing and stuff. So basically, I don't know what they do. I guess they just like lick each other or something. I don't know. They can't fuck because they got no cock. So I don't know how they can't have sex, right? All they can do is go buy a cock. They go to like stores. You know what, man? I hate that real cock, but I love that big fake plastic cock. It's too complicated for me to understand. I'm saying like things that are completely ill-informed. But I'm just trying to figure it out. Oh, God bless, though. God bless everyone. was very fun.
Where the hell have you actually been, though? What happened?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I should have told you.
Yeah, you should have, because we had a lot of good guests. We had a lot of
I threw
hard
away
work.
my phone, so if you try to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I tried calling you over and over again. The week after Gilbert.
Gilbert was the. Did you keep doing the podcast?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
We literally canceled on the president. We had Barack Obama was in the studio.
Barack Hussein Obama?
Yeah, Barack Obama was in the studio.
He was going to do it?
Yeah, he was lined up, and you weren't around answering your phone,
And
so we
then-
ended up doing Zach Galifianakis's.
He did Zach Galifianakis' show?
Yeah.
I have a feud with Zach Galifianakis.
That's not going to help.
That's not going to help
no.
the feud.
Point to Zach.
Oh, well.
We had
Things
so
came
many
up.
good guests
Things
lined up.
came up.
You flew all. Yeah, I don't know where you went. We had Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney?
Yeah.
That'd be great. We should get him.
No, he died.
Mickey Rooney
He
died?
died last week. Where have you been?
Oh, Mount Ararat.
Where is that?
It's far away. I've had a weird 7 months, I got to tell you.
What happened?
Well, it started, I was plagued by dreams.
What kind of dreams? What are you talking about?
Well, nightmares. God came to me.
You spoke to God through your dreams.
Yeah, told me to build an ark.
Okay, so told you to build an ark.
Yeah, he had some plan. He said I should build an ark and then get 2 of every animal on Earth.
That sounds familiar. Okay, so so you built an ark?
Well, I don't know. What's an ark when you think about it? You know what I mean?
It's a large vessel.
Well, that's what God said. So many cubits and all that.
So you went out and got 2 of every animal?
Yeah, well, I started. I got 2 dogs.
Uh-huh.
I borrowed them from Elaine Boozler.
Okay.
And then I got 2 cats. They were my own.
Okay.
And I got
Kitty and Bobby.
Kitty and Bobby. Yeah, you know them.
Yeah.
Princess Kitty McMahon and Bobby. And Bobby died. She fell off Mount Ararat. That's where I was building the ark.
Why would you go up to Mount Ararat? You didn't want to build...
Because God kept saying there was going to be a fucking flood.
Oh. Well, so that's where you've been for the last 8 months. You've been... How long did it take to build? So you were on the Mount Ararat, built the ark.
Yeah.
No flood came.
I don't know how to build arks. No.
Didn't God give you instructions?
Nah.
So you're up there with Bobby, Princess Kitty McMahon, and Elaine Boozler's 2 dogs.
Here's
for
the
some
problem.
reason.
When you have a dream like that, you go, is it really God? Or was it just my dream? Was it just a fantasy in my mind? You know? Because I stopped doing a whole bunch of pills. That's when the dream started.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And then he told me to murder my son.
Jesus, Norm.
Yeah. So anyways, I take my son up to Mount Ararat, show him the ark. It's not, the ark is, my son's like, it looks like a bunch of shit. I'm like, don't swear, Dylan, you know. Meanwhile, I'm about to murder him, you know. So I got a big stick, you know, that I thought I could murder him with. That it was meant for the ark. And I say, Dylan, what do you think of the view of Mount Ararat, right? And I go to hit him in the back, thinking that'll knock him off Mount Ararat. And
That's terrible.
he'll plunge to his death. Yeah, but then I'll be in God's favor. So I hit him with the thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't knock him off.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. And he beats the shit out of me. Right? My own son. Does any of this make sense?
No. The dream's gone away.
Adam, I made all this up.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a lesson.
Man, am I red in the face?
It's a lesson to where extremism can take you.
Well, I think you've made your point.
Everything in moderation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Extremism, what could it lead to?
What could lead to you trying to murder your own child?
Exactly.
Okay. All
I've
right.
made it all up.
Okay.
It's a fable.
You had me. You're good.
Thanks.
You're good.
what separates me, okay, from like Hollywood directors, okay, is that I have a huge head, all right, okay. Now I don't mean I have a big ego, okay, because I don't, all right. I mean my actual head is huge, all right. I mean I have to sleep sitting up, okay, like the Elephant Man, or I'll die, all right. But okay, get this though, okay. It was my huge head, okay, that thought up who was perfect to play Marcellus's wife, all right? Okay, Walter, your character, okay, is the Gimp, okay? Now, what you have to remember about your character is that he's like, okay, he's kept in a trunk, all right? In the basement of some guy's house, okay? And he's used for deviant, hardcore gay sex, okay?
Let's do it.
Power. The thing is, okay, about Pulp Fiction, okay, is I had to figure out who was the best guy for it, okay? So, I had to look into my big misshapen head, all right?
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But
he's an old man. You think Scorsese's going to be into Ant-Man versus the Wasp? Why not? But he's not going to be, all right? I don't think he would have been that into that at 37.
Now, Norman, you're an inventive guy. Which of the current batch of inventions has tickled your fancy? What do you like?
Henry Ford just invented the assembly line there,
Right.
Yeah, and that was good because he wanted, not just rich people, but anyone to drive over and see his cock.
Well, is there any other one that's caught your fancy?
There's Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
He invented the telephone.
Right.
So he could call people up, tell them to come on over and see his cock, because he was tired of yelling it out the window. So, hey,
theme development.
check out my cock.
So, Norm, I hear you just got back from New York City. What's happening in Gotham?
Oh, my God. Well, the big thing is the new Empire State Building. Have you seen this?
I've heard. I have not seen yet.
Oh, it's crazy. What I'm interested in is the original architect's blueprint,
Yes.
It called for the building to be painted flesh tone, Dennis, with a large rounded head so the architect could lie on the street and pretend he had a 1,000-foot cock. Frank Lloyd Wright, more like Frank Lloyd Cock.
So, Norm, tell me, what's your take on this whole Cold War thing?
Well, my brother works down at the UN, right? And you remember last week when Khrushchev was banging his shoe on the table?
Crazy bastard.
Yeah. So my brother was sitting beside him, and Khrushchev, he accidentally slips, and my brother gets hit right in the cock.
With the shoe?
Yeah, by Khrushchev's shoe. So my brother turns to him, he says, "Hey, you hit me in the cock again, you dirty commie, I'll bury you."
So what's been happening, man?
Oh, man, I dropped acid the other week. That is bizarre stuff.
Really?
Yeah, my cock started singing to me. I like Joe Cocker.
Stood for something other than just being Mexico's bitch. I say if President Clinton 296 doesn't snap us out of this downward spiral we're in, we dump his gay ass. Next election process, we clone Jesse Ventura again, bring him back. Hey, Norm.
Hey, you know what I think they should put on the dark side of the moon?
What?
Vast fields of bioengineered hydroponically grown cock. Yeah, like a backup supply just in case our earthbound supply of cock might run out one day.
No cock tucked away for a cocky day.
Exactly. Look at my head, man. It looks like a cock.
It does.
Cock. 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 That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind. You know, in the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name. You know, when the people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine. You remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? You know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so damn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. But okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
We all had to pitch to Lorne, and then I realized early that I would pitch all like my real ideas and I wanted to impress everybody, and I would give and then this happens, and then this is the joke, and then this is, and the big twist is this. Right. So then when it got to the table for table read in front of 40 people, no one laughed because I did the sketch in the room, and then I realized a couple months in there was the art of the fake pitch, and Kevin Nealon and Norm MacDonald, it was like a contest every week to see who could come up with the fucking weirdest fake pitch that the host believed was actually happening, and the rest of the room knew. We all knew it wasn't. Lauren knew it wasn't.
That's awesome.
But I remember Kevin Nealon every week would do 2 fake pitches and go, also I have this idea where you live at the top of one of those runaway truck ramps, you know, in your house all the way up there, and it's like dinner time. A truck comes flying through your house, man. And the host would go, yeah, this is funny. I mean, but every week. And we would all just be laughing so hard. And the host is looking around yeah, that is funny, right? But we're laughing because the host is a fucking moron. And then Norm, I remember, it was Bob Newhart goes, I got this idea. People always confuse literally and figuratively. A guy will go, hey, how was that movie you just saw, you know? And I go, oh, my God. It was so funny. I literally laughed my head off. But hey, he didn't, you know, because he's got a head still. And Bob Newhart just stared at Norm like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. And then Norm like a dog with a chew toy, was like, I'm not leaving this room until unlock the doors like a prison movie.
He's gonna break him.
Like, yeah. And he goes, or you go, hey, how's your wife? Well, she literally died when she got your message. She literally dropped dead right there on the floor. She's died. She literally died, and he's moving like closer.
Did Newhart break at a certain point?
Yeah, eventually he just fucking won. And then that week, Norm did a sketch where he was Charles Kuralt, and he was the only. It was just Charles Kuralt alone talking to camera, and we're all like in full Charles Kuralt makeup, unrecognizable, and you're like, his fake sketches were better than anything I ever actually got on air.
He's amazing, isn't he? He's an amazing guy.
He is amazing.
NORM MACDONALD story. We were filming a sketch. Now, when we first got Saturday Night Live, NORM MACDONALD sat us all down, the cast, and he goes, listen, I'm the update guy, okay? Now, if I want to do a sketch, I'm like the star, and I don't want it, but I'm getting it on. Don't write any of your sketches and put me in them. Don't put me in any of your gay sketches. That's what he said. He goes, but be prepared. If I'm doing a sketch, it's getting on. All right. 2 years later, he doesn't do any sketches. He just does the update. Pamela Anderson comes on. Now, whenever a beautiful woman would come on, Chris Kattan would always write a sketch where he gets to make out with the girl. And he'd always over-flirt with her, like, oh my God, you're so sexy, you're hot, I want to set you up, think you're cute, I want to go on a date, you single, I want to hot, you're sexy. Which was weird, because I always swore that he lived in the closet. Not that I care. No, I'm just saying, I always, you're like, well, you sure? You can tell me if you want, because he was very... he's very flamboyant, and he would always bring up gay in conversation, which was, to me, weird. It's like, you're like, oh my God, I was watching football, and I don't know, it just started making me feel gay. You ever feel that way? No. Not really. But if it makes you, all right. And I took that as a hint, because... like a pot smoker will hang out with a group, and they'll go, and there's always one that drops the little hint to test the crowd. Like, yeah, so if we go out tonight, it'd be weird. I don't really smoke pot, but, maybe tonight if someone's got nothing. But I would never do that, because it's weird, it's drugs and stuff. But you automatically know, like, oh, okay, he's looking for, I'll talk to you when no one's around. So I didn't know if Kattan was that guy. I'm like, oh my God, because he'd say it a lot. He'd be like, oh my God, I was on an airplane. I don't know, I just felt gay. Not me, but, whatever, knock it out. So, Pamela Anderson, she's on the show. And she goes on, and we're getting ready to do a sketch. Now, when we read a sketch, we try it out on Wednesday. Wednesday, you want to read it, sell it, and try to get it to be picked up to work on for the week. Now, Norm MACDONALD is playing the guy from the Twilight Zone. I don't remember his name, but the sketch is like, imagine, if you will, another place in time. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. So, but Norm, this is how he reads the sketch. He goes, hey, imagine, if you will, another place in time. Twilight Zone, yeah, pig faces. Well, they picked the sketch up, and they put me, Kattan, and Sherry O'Terry in the sketch, okay? Now, it's Saturday. The day of the show. We go on the floor, and if Kattan wasn't starring in a sketch, he'd start nitpicking at other cast members. And he started busting on Norm. He's like, oh my God, Norm, Jesus.
You don't even sound like the guy. You're not gonna get this. It's not gonna get picked up. Why are you acting that way? I mean, sound like the guy. Pamela, you're so hot. You're so sexy. Tommy Lee, I'm bigger than Tommy Lee. Me and you can hang out with suck face. I mean, God, Norm, you're awful. Sound like him.
And the whole time I'm looking at Norm like, you're not gonna do anything? I've seen you be so rude. You're not gonna say something to Catan? You're gonna let him pick on you? And he's just looking at us like, yeah. Nothing happens. Now's the dress show. On Saturday Night Live, there's a live show and there's a dress show. The dress show, they film the whole show. God forbid something happens, they have a show in the can. But also, they do a lot of sketches because you're trying to get on. Sketches are gonna get cut, and then you only see the live version. So we're working our ass off for the dress show. Packed crowd, ready to go. 1 minute for the Twilight Zone. Norm MacDonald, Chris Kattan, Jim Brewer, Sherry O'Terry to the floor. We get on the floor. As a crowd, our mics are on. Swear to God, Kattan's going, God, Norm, where'd you hear this guy? You sound terrible. I can do impression better. Did you work on it? Pamela, you're so hot. I'm gonna suck face and rub up against you, and me and you are gonna hang out and suck your face. You go in the party, we're gonna hump and hang out and dry hump your leg at the party. 30 seconds.
God, Norm, you're never gonna get this. God, try. Aren't you guys concerned? We're not gonna get on the air.
10 seconds.
I'm gonna bam, I'm gonna feel you and I'm rub up against your butt and hot and...
Go!
Norm MacDonald. Hey, imagine, if you will, another place and time, and that's the same thing.
And I went, I can't believe this is where you want to try to knock it out. And he just let it go like that. Now, when the show's over, you walk into Lorne Michaels' room. And when you go in there, there's a billboard. And it shows you what sketches are on. And when we walk in, go ahead, I'll wait for you. When we walk in, take your time, it's over there. And when we first walk in, it says the Twilight Zone sketch. I'm like, wow, how did that make it? So here we are, live show, monologue. Pamela Anderson comes out, first sketch of the night. 1 minute for kickoff of the show. Jim Brewer, Sherry O'Terry, Chris Kattan, Will Ferrell, not Will Ferrell, Norm MacDonald, all this stuff. So we get there, live show, 1 minute to live on the air. Kattan starts. God, Norm, you're like terrible. We got 1 minute. You're gonna sound terrible on national television. Don't you care? Oh my God, you don't even care? Don't you feel gay? God, what's wrong with you? And I can't believe, I'm getting mad that he's trying to throw Norm off his game. He's live TV. And then,
oh my God, Pamela, you go to the party, you're hot, I'm gonna text you up.
30 seconds.
God, Norm, where'd you hear him? It's terrible. Why don't you stay at the update desk?
20 seconds.
Pamela, you're so hot.
15 seconds. Norm had a cigarette, puts it out. 10 seconds.
Hey, Kattan. By the way, if everyone didn't know, Kattan's gay, but he doesn't tell anyone he's gay. And that's why he's this angry little bitch, and he just takes it out on everyone, and he tries to hit on Pamela Anderson, who you know would never be with you. She went Tommy Lee.
5 seconds.
So why don't you just come out of the closet and admit you're gay and you wouldn't live a lie, you little bitch?
We're on! Imagine if you will. Another place and time.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, well, the joke was a bit wordy.
Do you have any other color jokes? I mean, he's just blue and yellow.
Did you just say, do we have any other colored jokes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking Jimmy the Greek over here. I don't want to...
Jimmy the Greek.
How about Jimmy the Greek gets kicked out for being a racist? Meanwhile, they call him the Greek. On TV. Mr. Musburger.
Yes, sir.
People that you've worked with, and now if you're in Now listen, you were on TV for years with a guy called Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek.
And which I always found odd that he was thrown out for racism. Everybody called him the Greek. But here you had a bookmaker on the program.
I did.
Which I found fascinating. But were there a lot of guys in sportscasting that developed gambling problems? Or not problems? It's fun.
You mean, yeah, exactly.
By the way, he's got another Greek bookmaker sitting right next to him.
There we go. I was about to say, I've got Chrissy the Greek.
He has not changed a bit in that regard. So.
You know, Norm, it was fascinating because I'm going to be perfectly honest. I knew next to nothing. I mean, I knew you could bet on games and point spreads, and Bob Martin was a legendary. But the Greek would always take me over to the Barbary Coast, and Michael Gunn, who owns the South Point, he was operating the Barbary over there. And Jimmy
Good
Vaccaro.
Good steak.
Best.
Yeah.
You know, he moved Michael's from Barbary right down here to the South Point, as you know. So I said to the Greek, Greek, well, you like going over to the Barbary? I called him the Greek. Hey, Greek. You know, it was unbelievable. He's sitting around. Greek, come on, let's go out here for have a dinner. And
Greek, you have to go. You're racist.
I never really thought
the most racist
when you
Greek
think about
there
it.
is.
When you think about it, he's absolutely. What do you like going to the Barbary Coast for? Hey, parlay cards. Ties win.
Ties win.
that was why the Greek would go to the Barbary Coast, because you were the only guys that has ties winning.
That's a big thing.
He knew value.
Yeah.
He knew value.
That's a lot of EV on the ties win.
Yeah, we still run that ties win card, and I got to make it every week, and I got to tell you, I hate that.
They do not. They don't
Mr. Greek doesn't like it.
No.
I remember they lost money for a while on those 10-point 3-team parlays. I don't know if they do those anymore.
We don't do those anymore. We got wised up on that.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But
A reporter from WRC-TV was asking questions about Martin Luther King's birthday and the progress blacks have made in society. There, CBS sports commentator Jimmy the Greek Snyder gave his impressions of blacks in coaching in the National Football League. His answers could raise as much controversy as the statements by former Dodgers executive Al Campanis last April on ABC's Nightline news program.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to have to equalize it for the blacks, for the Greeks, the Jews, and for everybody. I mean, let's make it equal for everybody, you know.
And is it equal? What about in sports?
Well, they've got everything. If they take over coaching like everybody wants them to, there's not going to be anything left for the white people. I mean, all the players are black. I mean, the only thing that the whites control is the coaching jobs. Now, I'm not being derogatory about it, but that's all that's left for them. The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. So the only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, but maybe we need to get more black coaches, don't we?
Oh, it's all right with me. Okay, well, I'm sure that they'll take over that pretty soon, too.
Good evening. Welcome to NORM MACDONALD Live, our third podcast. And I could not be more excited about this podcast until about 10 minutes ago, because our guest was going to be the great Robert Blake.
Yeah.
And I love Robert Blake, and I always have since I was a little kid, because I watched Beretta, which was my favorite show. And that's probably before your time, Adam
Yes,
Egget.
definitely.
My trusty sidekick, Adam Egget.
Don't worry, Norm.
And you didn't know Robert Blake, probably.
No.
But in the 70s, they had these shows that were detective shows.
Right.
And but most of them were kind of corny. Like they had Frank Cannon, who was played by William Conrad.
Uh-huh.
And as a matter of fact, now that I think of it, most of the detectives back then had something wrong with them.
What was wrong with Cannon?
Huge, obese man. He was a fat man, and he'd chase down the criminals, and then he would karate chop them on the neck. That's how he ended up getting them. He knew how to karate. And at the end, it would be him eating like a big dish of pasta with some lady. Anyways, and Longstreet was blind.
Jesus.
He was a detective, was blind, and he relied on his dog a lot. And a lot of times he'd go, there's a clue underneath this girl's, skirt. The dog knew where Longstreet wanted to go.
And they had luck solving the cases?
But I'm saying they were very corny kind of sick. Right. But then Beretta. It was like Martin Scorsese had made a detective. He was a tortured guy. You know how now all the superheroes are conflicted?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I like this guy. He was conflicted, you know. And anyways, and it had the greatest theme song. So I said, let's get Robert Blake.
Yeah, it would have been a great guess. He's engaging.
How exciting that going to be? And we got him on. I got him on the phone only for 5 seconds.
What happened?
Daniel Kellison apparently was on the phone with him for an hour.
How did that go?
I don't think it went well.
Probably not.
But I got his book. One of the things was, you've got to read my book.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, he's not coming.
Yeah.
And I read his entire book.
Oh, that's...
And it was great. It was one of the best books, celebrity memoirs I've ever read.
Oh, good. Then you should plug it anyway. You liked
yeah.
it?
It's called Tales of a Rascal.
Because he was on the Little Rascals.
Of course.
Right.
But I think there's it's drenched in irony as well.
Yeah, sure.
Tales of a Rascal, Robert Blake, What I Did for Love. So it covers everything. He pulls no punches.
One of my favorite roles of all time was him in David Lynch's Lost Highway. Just riveting.
I never saw that.
Amazing. Yeah.
But David Lynch likes me.
That's bizarre, even for Lynch. That's amazing, though. That's really cool.
What?
We should get him on the show.
David Lynch?
Yeah, that'd be great. We should put him on the old list.
Oh, the list. We have a list. We have a list of guests we're trying to get. And we don't have a list, do we?
Well, I always carry it around with me. You never know when you're going to need the list.
Is that the list?
This is the list. I always carry it around with me.
This is the list. This is guests we're trying to get for the show.
Yeah. It's a long list.
It's really long. And they run the gamut from Al Franken. I mean, he's what is he, a senator?
Yeah, he's a senator. He's somewhat attainable, you know?
Alison Brie.
Don't know her.
Oh, come on. Something you're never supposed to say on a TV show? That you've never heard of someone on the list? What's wrong with you? Andy Dick, I think he'd be good.
Yeah, he'd be great.
Arsenio Hall, and then after that it says, if needed.
Yeah, I never understood. There's about 5 people with parentheses that says if needed, but they're just at random. Makes no sense.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who else on the list, Norm?
Bill Murray. We can take him off the list. No, there's a lot of people.
Any other?
Anne Murray?
Oh, Anne Murray. Who's in? I mean, I know.
You know who put Anne Murray on the list, Daniel? Do you even know Anne Murray?
I mean, I've heard the name. I know she was a singer or something. Tell me about Anne Murray.
She's just an old lady. She's like 75. I think she lives in Prince Edward Island or something.
Is that close by or?
No, it's about as far as could be. I don't think there's any 2 points of the North American continent farther than Los Angeles and
well, I mean,
Spring Hill.
Well, I mean, she's probably available. What do you think she's up to?
Oh, she's
right
available. What's she up to?
Yeah, what do you think
she's walking down the street going, I'm Anne Murray.
So, not a good chance of getting her to fly down here.
No, but anyways, God, this is a huge list. Oh, you know what else there's news in our little life?
Yeah.
That we're going to do that Masters
right.
live. Explain to the folks what it is, because I did it one time before.
Well, basically, it's people.
Explain to the folks on the
folks at
camera.
home. What you guys can do is tune into the Masters on television there, and you can turn down the volume and listen to Norm and some friends partially commentate the golf and also talk about it. So tune in to the Masters. I believe that's this weekend.
Robert Blake, when he met Steve McQueen, is one of the coolest stories I've ever read. When I read this book, because I'm trying to write a book, they want me to write a book. Anyways, you can tell this guy wrote this. And you can also tell he should have been a writer, and he should have been a poet.
No.
But anyway, he's not here. He's not here. But you know who is here?
No, who's here?
Fred Stoller.
But,
see, what's good about this is he's got stories about Steve McQueen. He's got stories about Mickey Rooney, Ava Gardner.
Yeah, one of my favorites of all time, Robert Mitchum.
Robert Mitchum, he's got stories.
What an actor.
Fred Stoller also has stories, but nearly half of them are about Dom Irrera.
Well, it says right on the front here, Fred Stoller is always funny. Chris Rock. He's gotta
Chris
be good.
Rock?
Yeah.
Fred Stoller is always funny. Well, we'll put that to the test tonight. Now, thank God for Fred Stoller.
No, seriously. Oh, he's a hilarious guy.
He's a hilarious guy, and he's got a fascinating story. But also, Fred Stoller was telling me he wants to be on podcasts, like as a guest.
Yes.
And he actively tries to get on podcasts.
Absolutely, yes, he does.
And is rejected. Except by us.
Yeah, we're used to be the guys getting rejected.
Yeah. But anyways, he's gonna be great. Oh, also, this is I think exciting. You ever hear? There's a big late night shakeup.
Yeah.
What do you know of that? What do you know?
Well, I know that Leno.
How would you encapsulate that? Without talking too much, and make it for someone who doesn't know anything about this late night shakeup.
Well, I believe what's happening. You mean these specifics? I believe that Fallon is taking over Leno's spot. Jimmy Fallon is taking over Leno's spot, and then Leno is moving over to Fox. I believe. No, he's not moving to Fox.
That's speculative.
Okay, so he may or may not be moving to Fox. He's moving somewhere, and
he's retiring.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
I thought you could encapsulate it for the folks at home.
No, you'd be mistaken.
Well, try again, and I'll just correct.
Okay, so I believe Jimmy Fallon is moving to Jay Leno's spot.
Yes, Jimmy Fallon will be the host of The Tonight Show.
Got it. And is anything happening with
Jay Leno is retiring.
Jay Leno's retiring.
Which will leave a spot at 12:30 on NBC.
Okay.
Jimmy Kimmel has the 11:30 spot on ABC. I don't know what follows him. Nightline, perhaps. They've flip-flop.
Right.
Conan O'Brien is over on the Dumont Network or some fucking thing. And who else is there? Chelsea Handler beats them all, and no one seems to care. And is there anybody else? No. But anyways, the point is, who? David Letterman. And David Letterman.
And Ferguson.
And Craig Ferguson.
Right.
And so David Letterman is 65. Where you used to have to retire, I think. You know, Walter Cronkite had to retire at 65. Isn't that amazing?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know that?
I don't know much.
Yeah, at 65, he had to retire because at that time because that was years ago,
Leno's younger than Letterman, right?
He is 62,
mm-hmm.
and Letterman is 65.
Wow.
But the problem is, if Letterman retires, CBS doesn't know what to do because they have to put a Scotchman in there, a Scottish guy.
Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson. Right. And they're afraid that people, at 11:30, older people, might not want to listen to a Scottish brogue. And also his sidekick is a skeleton.
It is?
You've never seen the show?
I've never seen the show.
Well, it's fascinating because he just talks. Like he I don't know if he uses writers, but he's a fantastic you've never seen anything like Craig Ferguson. I love him.
It's just a Scotsman talking to a skeleton.
Well, the skeleton is his sidekick is a corpse. Which apparently Les Moonves
CBS
has some problems with. He's saying, why not spend the extra money and get a corporeal person? You know what I mean? Sure, you save money, grave robbing every night, because apparently Craig Ferguson has to change because the stench becomes unbearable in the studio after a few days.
I would imagine.
Cut to Craig Ferguson out at the local cemetery with a shovel.
You think they'd spring
old-fashioned grave robbing. But anyways, my point is this. I don't know what to watch anymore.
Well,
with all the shuffling. So I look at Entertainment Weekly because every week this publication, this periodical,
they're an authority on the subject.
Of course, it's Entertainment Weekly.
Tell you what to watch.
So they'll tell you what to watch. So anyways, I'm perusing it.
Okay.
So this is what I found out about the word peruse. You think it means scan, but it actually means reading very carefully.
Oh.
So the next time you're talking to one of your intelligent Hollywood friends, and they say peruse, you go, what the fuck are you talking about? Peruse means to study carefully.
So you studied this carefully. What did
Yes,
you,
and what they have is they have the must list. The top 10 things we love this week. Things you must see.
Okay.
And anyways, look at this. Number 6. Oh, here it is. It's our show. It's
Holy
our program.
shit.
Isn't that bizarre?
Fuck.
That shouldn't be in their fucking thing.
My name should not be in any publication.
No, that definitely. Did you think that? Like 3 weeks ago when we started?
No.
You were just a filthy bum.
Yeah.
And now these retards put your name in a fucking magazine. It says the Saturday Night Live alum. I don't know what that alum. What does that mean?
It means he used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Is using his deadpan charm and irreverence to full effect on his riotous new video podcast where he and co-host Adam Egget, that's you.
Shocking.
Will welcome guests like Russell Brand, Bob, maybe.
We'll have to see.
I think, my theory is this went to press before they found out about Fred Stoller.
I think it's a good possibility.
Russell Brand, he is coming. The great Russell Brand, who I asked for from the first day.
Love Russell.
Because I find him amazing.
Yeah.
And Bob Saget, old friend, and the great Seth Rogen. So look at that, we're number 6.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. What does this have to do with late night?
Well, we have a show. We're talking to each other,
Right.
and I was looking. I thought, well, maybe you must see. First of all, I don't want you must see it. Really,
Right.
Really, Entertainment Weekly.
You don't want anybody telling
I
you
don't
what to do.
want anybody fucking tell me what I must see. You know what I mean?
I know
must
exactly.
see that video. I was going to show you where the girl shoves her foot up that dude's asshole.
I can't get that vision out of my mind. I remember it. Yeah.
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 But anyways, first you're happy. This is the nature of being a human being, right?
Right.
You're like, we're number 6 in the must-see list. But my point was, since none of the other late-night shakeups, I'm starting to think that they want us to move over to one of those spots.
To the late night spots?
Yes.
I don't think that's
Think about it. Think about it. What would it cost them? 0?
Yeah. Well, there's zero money put into
We
that,
make
but-
0.
Yeah.
So why would they pay $6-7 million for Horatio Sands? Or, I don't know is he up for it?
I have no idea.
Or I read today RuPaul. Honest to God.
Really?
Well, because on the computer, when something happens, they have to write a story. So they're like, 15 people who should have their own talk show. And
Sounds like our fucking list. They're just
RuPaul
putting
was
names
on
down.
one of them, and Chavez, the guy who fucking just died, I think he was on it. Like, it was very politically correct. It was trying to get everybody.
Yeah, why not us? We're number 6.
We're
on
number
the fucking
6.
Must list.
Yeah. But then you go, who's number 5? That's human nature, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start getting mad. Like, why are we 6? Why aren't we number 1? Like, you know what number 1 is?
Uh-huh.
Game of Thorns.
It's Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Sure. Well, what the fuck is that? Whoever watched that?
I mean,
now,
I've seen
you
it.
telling me that's better than Norm MacDonald Live?
I mean, I don't want to say it's better than. I mean, a lot of people watch it. It's a pretty popular show.
What's it about? They
It's
have
about,
pictures of
like,
ladies?
Yeah, ladies and knights and kings and midgets and, dragons. And
Sounds
stuff.
like my honeymoon.
Who's in our rearview mirror? Who do we have?
What do you mean?
Like, who's behind us on the list?
Oh, behind us on the list?
What do we got? Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots
number 8.
is number 8.
Yeah.
Sounds like my honeymoon.
Well, look, 6 isn't a bad place to be. I think I'm just
Except for
happy
the
to-
dragon. There was no dragon.
No, there's a dragon on Game of
No,
Thrones.
in my honeymoon.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
How could there be a dragon?
That's a good point.
Singeing my fucking balls with their fire. Did you ever think there actually was a dragon when you were a kid?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Done a lot of things when I was a kid. I
What
still
else?
do. Santa
What was that
Claus
story you
and-
told me when you were a kid? Just before the show?
Are you talking about the airplane story?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I was a kid. I was 13 years old. You're talking about that story?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you must know, I mean, it's a true story. I was.
Well,
on
tell the folks at home.
Oh God, Norm. I was telling you that when I was 13 years old, and we have a news story that we were going to cover, and I wasn't sure if we should, and it's about how they're making airplanes, they're putting more seats on airplanes, and the way they're cutting spaces in the bathrooms. And I was concerned, like, where, you know, I thought about where am I going to go to jack off? Because I get nervous on flights and stuff. And a lot of people do it. I don't know. But when I was 13, I went in there and I did that. And some lady walked in on me, and she was like 2 seats over, and you just had to stare, you know, just staring at me in disgust for like 5 hours straight. It was a long flight. You sure you want me to talk about? I mean, you really want me to?
It was a different story. But anyway, forget about that. But what is it? They're making this thing smaller? They're too fucking small for me when I wasn't a big fucking fat guy.
I feel like you're gaining weight. Like, you're on this diet.
Of course I'm gaining weight.
What did we eat right before we did the show?
We ate chicken.
Yeah. What kind of chicken?
What was it called? Honey kettle chicken.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, a big plate of it.
Yeah. And I asked the girl.
Huge mistake.
I said, "What? Why so much for the extra gravy?"
Give me like a trough of gravy. I've never seen that much gravy.
No, that was a lot of gravy.
You just
I drank the gravy.
Too. You really did.
What I do is I eat the chicken and I devour. I went to my doctor because I'm getting so many.
Good, you should.
I'm getting so many. That's what's good about this show is I'm getting all this feedback about how huge and fat I am. So I go to the doctor and I tell the doctor. He's like, "Why are you so fat?" And so I said, "I thought it'd be funny. Most guys try to lose weight,
right?
But I try to become a huge fat guy." So anyways, he said, "That's not funny. He says that's alarming."
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny
too.
too.
It's pretty funny.
But he said that it's quite alarming and that I'm in a lot of trouble. And I said, "Well, I think it's funny, and I'm the comedian." So I said, "Let's agree to disagree." And then you know what he said? What? And I say that a lot.
Yeah, you do. You say that constantly.
Yeah, that's my out.
That's your in,
especially when I'm wrong.
Everything.
Especially when I'm wrong.
Right.
I'll argue and argue, and I go, "I guess we have to agree to disagree." Anyways, this fucker, he goes, "No." I go, "What? I thought you had to agree to disagree."
Well, the customer's always right.
He goes, "I will not agree to disagree." This is a true story. He goes, "I will not agree to disagree. I will disagree."
What'd you say?
I said, "What's the distinction? I don't understand. Isn't agreeing to disagree the same, essentially, as disagreeing?" "No," says he. "It's not." He says, "If I agree to disagree," he goes, it gives more credence to your side of the argument. He goes, "It sounds like we have two separate arguments, both of which have merit, and then I am saying that some of your points are valid, and you're saying some of my points are valid."
But he's saying that zero.
And he's saying no. Yeah. He's saying that would be as unconscionable for him as to agree with a Holocaust revisionist. And I said, "Are you going to bring up the fucking Holocaust every time you give me a physical?" This guy, he's got a tattoo. He's 96. I know his backstory.
I don't even afford to go to the doctor right now.
You can't afford to go to the doctor?
I can't afford to go.
Yeah.
Certainly this isn't going to fucking... We're number 6 on the must list. I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, well, you're a young man. What, do you got any symptoms? I know a lot of stuff.
Bleeding from my anus. Internally, I think. I mean, no, that's not a joke. That's true.
Well, I know it's not a joke.
Yeah. I don't know. I've
been around jokes my whole life.
Right. Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to be funny. That's true.
Yeah. So
I'm bleeding internally, I think.
So, what's the color of the blood that's coming out of
Well,
your
the good
anus?
thing is it's not dark. It's not
that's
dark.
good.
It's brighter.
If it's bright red, it's coming from the rectal area.
Oh, okay.
It's not as dangerous.
Well, that's good. I haven't had a physical since I was 16. I'm terrified.
And you're 30 what?
34. It's been a while.
Yeah.
About 18 years. So hopefully, number 6 on the must list, maybe the money will start coming. I'll be able to see that doctor. You know what I mean?
You're really bleeding from your anus?
Yeah, I really am.
Because you gave up that entire lifestyle that would make me think you were still bleeding from the anus, but you told me you'd given that all up.
You're talking about alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how you love to go to those bars and get real drunk.
Yeah.
And then the next day you'd wake up and you'd be bleeding from the anus.
Well, no, I think it was alcohol related. I think what you're
I'm
implying.
saying.
Okay, good.
No, I'm not implying anything.
Yeah.
You're inferring something, but I'm not implying anything. I'm saying straight out, you would black out.
Oh, yeah.
You'd drink your Wild Turkey 101.
Glenlivet.
You like your Glenlivet.
Yeah.
You like your Jack Daniels,
Sure.
your Jim Beam.
Absolutely.
Never a lady's name.
No. I never really thought about that.
Yeah. Do they have booze that have ladies' names?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they do.
Because to me, it's Shirley Temple. I don't think that has booze in it.
Well, they have a Dirty Shirley.
A dirty Shirley
That's
Temple.
like Shirley Temple with vodka in it. I miss booze.
There's this guy, Chance Langton. Do you know him? He's a comic.
No.
But he said when he was a young boy, he loved Shirley Temple. He was 5 and she was 5. The next year, he saw her in a mall. He was 6, she was 50.
I blacked out. I didn't even hear the whole fucking thing.
I know you blacked out because I can feel the droplets of blood.
As soon as we started talking about Glenlivet, I just kind of went to another place. It's been 10 months, and I'm just like...
10 months?
Yeah.
That you've been off?
Yeah.
You've been off the sauce.
Off the sauce.
The booze.
Off the booze.
I wonder how long you'll last.
Well, fuck, Norm. I mean, hopefully a while.
Not many do.
I mean, I quit, you know? The
Whoop-de-doo! The thing is, Robert Blake was supposed to be on the show, and I was all excited, and then we fucking had to get Fred Stoller.
Yeah.
God damn, it was a depressing day. Because
Yeah.
Robert Blake was supposed to come in, and then Daniel Kellison talks to him on the phone for an hour, and he fucking won't show up.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
And finally this week, Jeanne Calment of France turned 120 years, 238 days old, making her the oldest person who has ever lived. And though she can no longer shop for herself, see friends, or even get out of bed, she still has enough strength to say, "Oh God, I want to die."
The world's oldest man, a 111-year-old parapsychologist, has passed away. He now knows for sure what all that stuff he believed in was bullshit.
Oh, shoot, that's depressing.
He now knows for sure that
Like
all that stuff he believed in was bullshit. You really got to know what a parapsychologist is.
I know, that's a weird word, parapsychologist. Oh, here, you want to read it, Joe?
The world's second oldest man died this week at 113. Good news for the third oldest man in the world, who also got bad news this week. He's dying.
Second. We have to do math? Fuck, man.
It's not.
In Connecticut this week, Glastonbury High awarded Thomas Hennessy his high school diploma at the age of 102. Way to go, Thomas. In today's world, you know, without a diploma, you've got no future, really, you know? So good for him.
The world's oldest man, this one says, Alexander Imich. Is it the same guy passed away at 111?
Yeah.
Is that what your card
Same
says?
guy, yeah.
Same guy. And the world's youngest man, Declan McAllister, was just born. Oh, wait, correction. The world's youngest man, Fan Wu Chang, was just born. Wait, no, it's Gaston Leclerc. No, Javier Gutierrez. No, it's Taki Yamashita. No, there's, God damn it. No wonder they don't keep track of the youngest man.
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm not.
Harriet Thompson, 91.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it? The
No,
camera?
you can just retell me.
Finished running the Rock and Roll San Diego Marathon in just over 7 hours, becoming the oldest person to complete a marathon and setting a world record for the fastest time in her age group. Previous record was set by Mildred Kenilworth, who died during mile 1.
Oh, goodness. So she crushed that record. Nora Ephron walked off the show.
Yeah.
Right, and so did Sinead O'Connor, I think, right?
I was there for that one, too.
You were there for Sinead O'Connor?
Yeah.
It was Nora Dunn, by the way.
Oh, no, I meant when Dice did it, Sinead... Yeah.
Was that the same
No,
show?
that wasn't the same show.
No, she said she didn't want to do it because Dice was performing, so they had to get a different musical guest.
This guy, you hired this guy to ruin all the interviews? No, so how about this?
Adam had a question he wanted to ask you about your comedy.
Yeah, I've been chomping at the bits to ask this one. I've been thinking about it all week. Norm told me to come up with some questions for you, and I've just been dying to know, where do you get your ideas from? Well, I mean... Yeah, I've been dying to know, where do you get your ideas from? Norm
yeah, you know,
asked that.
that's a good
No, I really, I've been watching you for years, and I've always been really curious. Where do you get your ideas from? I think it's been really a thorough interview. I always wanted to know where he got his ideas from, but I think we've,
Never been asked that before.
Well, where do you get your ideas from?
I don't know where I get I don't know. Jeez. What, do you have a specific idea you want to know where?
No, just all of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why didn't you answer his question?
What was his question?
Ask it again.
Don't ask that again.
Ask
That was
that
the
again.
dumbest
Too bad.
goddamn question I've ever heard.
You just want to know where you got
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you where I got it, at Ralph's. That's where I got it.
Any particular Ralph's?
Yes, no, it's at Beverly Hills Ralph's.
Okay.
Got it in the meat section.
The one on Beverly.
Beverly Drive, okay.
Listen, the next story we have is in health news, actually. And no offense, Norm, but I think you should probably pay attention to this. Let's take a listen.
A new study out of Harvard linking 1 in 10 deaths in this country to excessive salt.
A lot of things would have to go very, very right for me to die of salt. The only thing I can pray for is that I die of salt and not, begging for mercy. So I think that's nonsense, that people should be afraid of too much salt. Now, I know you eat a lot of salt, though, Norm. We were discussing this earlier. And in entertainment news, this is something you guys both wanted to discuss. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, not another one.
Oh, yeah,
There's
you know what? There is no clip. We have...
He said, let's roll the clip, and it's a picture. This show is just so... I tell you, even the prisoners are going back to the...
Well, I'll explain what's going on.
Adam Ingrid told me something I didn't know. He said you worked with Red Fox on a variety.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm dying to hear it.
I produced Red Fox variety.
You told me you just worked on it.
Worked on it.
Well, that's... according to your
What do you
Wikipedia
think I was,
page.
a stagehand, you douchebag? Worked on it.
Not the
Did you
first time I've been
do
called
your
douchebag
notes?
today. No,
I want
got
you
all my
back on
information
drugs.
from
I'm
Wikipedia.
serious. I want you back on stuff so you
This
know.
close. I'm going to do a shot
I'm
next
sorry.
break.
That's
No,
just-
it's
I'm
true.
just teasing
No,
you.
no.
Just good, huh? Here, Fred.
Adam.
Whatever. Well, that name's a name. Jesus Christ, he gets fucking...
You knew what he meant.
Yeah. Did you know that Adam Ingrid did comedy for a while?
You did?
Very briefly.
But you performed?
Very
Open
briefly.
mics? In LA or in
No,
Phoenix?
Arizona.
In Arizona, he was
Yeah.
famous for thrusting out his cock. Like he'd stand at the mic and he'd push forward so his...
It was a nervous,
But he has a hell of a hog. Yeah, right? People say that.
Yeah.
You have a big dick? No, people said you have a big dick?
Yeah, I guess.
That's, would you say no next time?
No.
Brian Regan plays Salt Lake City, and he does it for a month straight.
He does?
That makes sense.
They love him.
He's
one
a
of the
good
few
comic.
that's just that good and,
He's just
and
so
works so
clean.
clean. Yeah.
So clean.
Perfectly clean. And
He's hilarious. Just-
That's tough to be that good and clean.
Yeah, it's
That's
impossible.
so impressive.
I'm impressed with clean comics.
Me too. way more impressed than anyone that's superior as a dirty. It seems like a crush a lot of times.
I like dirty ones too. I like.
It's a real meeting of the mind. Remember he had the jokes about Ewell Gibbons? You know, he'd always
Oh yeah.
he'd always
Eating
pick one guy.
cardboard.
Yeah, eating cardboard. And I didn't even know who he was when I was a kid, but I just laughed.
I still don't know. Who's Ewell Gibbons?
He was. I think he did Grape Met cereals commercial. I love now. I have to explain to this fucking guy.
It was like about roughage.
Yeah.
And organic roughage
Got it.
kind of guy.
So I didn't even know Grape Nuts had a. I didn't know they had a commercial.
Shut up.
Gosh.
For 1 fucking minute, trying to talk to a legend of comedy. You're talking about.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
How did you guys meet? Did you have to audition for this?
We covered that in the Tom Green episode. No, we met at Tempe Improv.
I like he's mad. He's like he's mad at you. We covered that in the Tom Green episode.
I was saying it to you. I met him when I used to manage the Improv in Tempe.
I didn't ask you if you managed the Improv. I just asked you where you met him. I'm going to show you how I act by reacting.
How are you feeling, Kevin?
In my head, I'm thinking, how am I feeling? All right.
Jesus, that was good.
I'm not finished.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
I guess I'm all right. I don't know.
Worst reaction ever. Doesn't even know how he fucked. But whatever, you need a sidekick.
My favorite sketch of all time you were actually in was the Mr. Belvedere fan club. The great.
Oh yeah,
Fred
that was
Wolf,
good. Fred Wolf.
Fred Wolf wrote that.
That was a good one.
And
Yeah.
the other one you were also in. I always loved Sabra Price is Right. And both Tom Hanks, which was actually.
That was old Smigel wrote that one.
Yeah, those were my.
You were talking about.
Hey, that was my first skit ever.
Oh, the
Sabras.
Yeah, Mr. Belvedere.
No, Sabras.
Sabra Price is Right.
Oh, okay.
This is your greatest instrument. This right here.
You ever think about revisiting some of the old
You're
roles?
sweating like a whore in church, Adam.
They cut the budget on the show. We don't have air conditioning anymore.
Ask a question.
You think about revisiting?
Everything's gonna be okay, buddy. He's very nervous. Imitable is good. Imitable is good.
Letterman. That was a Letterman laugh.
Imitable is good. I don't have a laugh. Do you have a good laugh?
Yeah, I have like a real annoying laugh.
Yeah. If you don't have one, it sounds fake.
Yeah.
I try, but it comes out weird. What about you?
Yeah, I have a real obnoxious laugh.
I forgot he was here.
Yeah. I know. The minute you said that, I was like, "Should we be talking to the crew? Do we cut?"
But
now, that story is not in the book.
No.
Well, so why isn't that story in the book?
Yeah, that should be in the book.
Well, because the book.
Oh, thanks, Adam. Welcome back. You out looking for apartments? Jesus.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but I just want to live my life without.
This is Adam Egan, by the way.
I noticed he was at the end of the table smiling. Should we bring him into the conversation? What do you think?
Adam. You know Caitlin?
I just did, yeah.
The whole commercial break was you asking questions.
Yeah, I know. And then as soon as we come on camera, you do all the work.
It's like Ralph Cramden.
Okay. Is he to help out with just your commercial breaks? Keep his mouth shut after that?
We really don't know why.
We don't know. But we haven't found a position for him yet.
I think that's so cool how you said that about how let's see what Caitlin can do in the last quarter of her life, because that's traditionally where you always excelled in the comebacks in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
it is pretty interesting. Yeah, well, he said he beat the guy by 18 seconds.
Oh, no, that was the trials, but in '76 he came in at the second day.
I know. I'm talking about the trials.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What do you think is the most difficult sport that you haven't tried? You said it was the most difficult.
Well, if I haven't tried it, I wouldn't know if it was difficult. Where do you get him?
I don't know.
Did you get him off the street?
He said it as if it was the best question.
It's probably
ever.
not even in. I hope it's not in his notes.
What sport that doesn't exist?
Yeah, is the hardest. That's it. Yeah. Okay,
we'll be back with more
one.
inanity. I don't know what it is. What is it that makes a woman more flexible than a man?
How the fuck am I gonna know?
He's a great sidekick, isn't he? He's absolutely no help. He came up with Pastor Brad, which was
Yeah, he
good.
came up with Pastor Brad, and then you having to imagine a sport that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And how you would.
Carl Reiner said to me,
You hold your hand
no,
too?
yeah, he goes like this. The only problem I have is short-term memory loss. The only problem I have is short-term memory.
Sometimes I'm beginning to worry about my short-term memory loss.
That was the, oh.
Sometimes I'm beginning to worry about my short-term memory loss. Sometimes I'm beginning to worry about my short-term memory loss. That was it.
I thought he was talking about his first Twitter name. I was like, that's a really long Twitter name.
Thanks so much for calling in, Super Dave. Please come back.
I didn't call in, asshole. I didn't call in. You called me. I'm not calling into this. Let me explain something. If I'm homeless, I'm not calling in.
Duly noted, Super Dave.
You understand? You understand?
Yes.
There's something beautiful about this one.
I'm so
not
glad.
joking. I'm not being ironic.
No, I really loved it too. It was great.
Oh, that's great.
So
Too bad this guy was here.
Yeah.
Real Ed McMahon over here, huh?
Ed McBoy.
Joining us now, comedian Tom Green is on the line. Norm was a frequent guest on Tom's talk show and a friend of his. Tom, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's such a sad day for comedy and for everybody who loves comedy, and just wanted to send my condolences and sympathies to Norm's family and friends and all of his fans here in Ottawa and around the world. As you mentioned, he was from Ottawa. He went to Gloucester High School, as you mentioned. I always considered him an Ottawa boy there, eh? And, when I was a kid, I started doing stand-up comedy myself in Ottawa at Yuck Yucks, and that was before Norm had made his big, had his big break, and was before he was on SNL. And I was probably 15 years old, going down to the basement of the Beacon Arms Hotel where Yuck Yucks was at the time on Albert Street. And Norm was probably in his mid-20s, and he was unlike anybody I'd ever seen on stage. A different kind of comedy than I'd ever seen on television or anywhere. Just the acerbic, sarcastic, surprising delivery, and you mentioned his deadpan voice and delivery was something that was very new, and it made me very inspired as a kid because I knew he was from Ottawa, and here he was up on stage being funnier than anybody I'd ever seen on TV. And shortly after those first years of starting stand-up, we heard that Norm had moved to Los Angeles. He was writing for the Roseanne show. And it just was amazing to think that somebody who was doing stand-up at Yuck Yucks only a year earlier was now living in Hollywood. And then Saturday Night Live and his incredible career afterwards was something that was just so inspiring to me as a kid in Ottawa who wanted to do stand-up. And it made me so happy when I eventually did move down to Los Angeles myself and was doing my show that Norm was very generous with his time. I don't know if it was because I was from Ottawa and I grew up on Monson Crescent just down the road from Jasper where he grew up, and we sort of would have a laugh about that. But he would come to my show, and when I was doing my internet talk show in my living room in the early 2000s, and we would just sit up there on air and stream before web streaming was a thing and have laughs like you wouldn't believe.
What was he like as a guest, Tom? What was it like to have him on the show?
Well, he was just, the thing about Norm is he's just such a brilliant guy too, and he would find ways to talk about subjects that you wouldn't normally find yourself talking about, and then he would find comedy in them in places that you would never expect. And his just delivery was just, of course, incredible. His whole way about him was very, very unique and just hilarious. And for me, I was like I said, I was so in awe of him that it made for an interesting show because I was just so excited that he was coming up to my house, and he would come up time and time again. And I remember we would do the shows, and on the shows we would go live and we would take calls on the internet from people, and he would just always catch people off guard with really irreverent and ridiculous comebacks and jokes. But then after the show would end, this happened every time the show would end, and I was in my house at the time was in the Hollywood Hills, looking over the city of Los Angeles, and the show would end around midnight, and then Norm would want to stay, and we would end up going and sitting in my office. And at the time, YouTube was kind of a new thing, and we would just sit there late into the night watching comedy on YouTube, watching old Chris Farley bits or old Saturday Night Live pieces or interesting, hilarious viral videos that we'd found, and we'd just sit up and
he just wanted to hang out, Tom.
Yeah, it really did feel like that, and that was the thing that always made me feel so great when I did that show was we tried to have people just come and hang out, but and I would invite up people that I loved and was respected and wanted to get to know in comedy, but it was always made me feel so nice that Norm would sort of stay there after every time, and we got to know each other really well, and it's such a sad day, for me personally. I just found out about this when everyone else did. He really did keep this quiet. I did not know that he was battling cancer. As a cancer survivor myself, I know how complex and stressful that can be. It makes me, it surprises me that and I wish in some ways that he'd reached out to me and talked to about it, because I could have been there for him as a cancer survivor. But I think it's probably, I'd like to think that he must have felt there was some element of surprise. He always felt that it was good to have an element of surprise in a joke, that a good joke, a great joke, has to surprise you, and that was his style on stage, and it seems to be that might be maybe his final point was to catch us all off guard one last time, a showman to the end. Rest in peace.
Tom, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing these wonderful stories. It's such a fitting, lovely tribute to somebody who meant so much clearly to you and to so many listeners, a comedy legend. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much. Rest in peace, Norm MacDonald, and thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
You take care, Tom Green. Comedian Tom Green calling into the show, knew Norm MacDonald, spent some time with him as a friend, as somebody that he worked with, because, as he said, Norm would come on his talk show, and they got to know each other that way. Both of them also with that Canadian connection.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems.
So I said, I can think of something. I can handle it, Because for like Letterman or somebody like that, it's real hard. You have to be really on the top of your game, as you know.
Right, yeah.
Because he's real funny. But The View, it's not that tough, to keep up with.
Right, sure.
Star Jones or whatever, whoever they are. So
Barbara Walters there, though.
Yeah,
she's tough to keep up with, right? I don't know what that means.
So I'm like, I'll be fine. That's what I kept telling the guy. So the guy's like, but that's their job, So this guy would always have ideas. He would phone me with ideas. He'd go,
this goes on for weeks before the appearance, right?
Weeks.
It's almost like it becomes like work.
It is. Talking to that guy is harder than talking to the host,
Yeah.
And he's excited, and it's his job, so I don't want to. So he'd be like, what if he came out in a red wig? I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I do that, right? He's like, the gals have been teasing Barbara about, tinging her hair. I'm like, no, but then it'll look like my idea, and then I got a red wig on, and,
Right,
I have
yeah.
to take
You
it
don't
off.
want to take part in their silliness.
Just over and over, every time. And he goes, well, do you have anything? I go, no, I can't think, but I'll think of something, So he says, anyways, one of the ones he phones me, he goes, I'll tell you what you do, man. He goes, you come out. He goes, you're talking to the gals, and all of a sudden, your cell phone rings, right? He goes, it's in the middle of the show. Like, he's really excited, right? He goes, you answer the cell phone. You go, excuse me, ladies. He goes, we're not going to tell them about it. And the cell phone rings. He goes, excuse me, ladies. it's your agent Morty. You know he had this name.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, so you're like, Morty, you can't call me here. I'm on The View. You know, I'm on TV.
Right.
What do you mean you have an offer for me? You know, and I had this crazy Jewish accent in the story. You know, what do you mean? I can't do it. I'm on The View. So I'm like, yeah. I didn't want to. You know, you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You know, so I'm like, no, that one's it sounds pretty good, but maybe I'll think of something else. You know,
Right.
He was so excited.
Yeah.
So anyways. This is getting to be a long story.
No, it's fine. You know, we can actually stay on the air as long as we want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I get that. So anyways, I'm really late, right? Because I had a big hand at this poker game.
Right.
So
you show up right before you gotta go on the air.
Show up. You know, so I'm going. I go. I got the story about Bill Cosby. I'll do that. I know how to do that story. I did it before on Letterman, and it'll be fine. So I go in. And I tell the guy, listen, man, I do this story about Letterman. So I walk out, you know. Now, unbeknownst to me, as I was walking out, this guy had muttered something. I hadn't slept for like 3 days, and it's just the phone call, you know. So I go, oh, yeah. You know. I didn't know what he was talking about, but he had slipped like a cell phone. He put a cell phone in my pocket.
Oh.
So anyways, I got out there, and then...
He'd slipped a cell phone in your pocket.
Yeah, thinking I was in for this gag, right?
And it's all set to
but
ring.
I forgot.
You forgot about it.
I forgot about
it.
Okay. So,
and all hell breaks loose.
Now,
obviously.
so I go out to the, so I go to the View, and those 4 bags are sitting there. You know?
Oh, come on.
So, no, ladies,
Yeah.
women, you know.
Yeah.
It's not politically correct to say bag.
No.
But
Was
you know,
Rosie
you got
wasn't
Michael
there.
Richards is saying the N word. I
Yeah.
can't say the B word.
No, you can say that absolutely.
I want to talk later about now they have the F word for fag, which is really strange.
Yeah.
But
the guy from Grey's Anatomy got in trouble for saying.
the N guy, the N word guy.
The F word.
No, but he was an N word guy, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
That was the irony.
Everybody's.
No, he was African American.
Everybody's going nuts out
He
there.
was African American.
Yeah. Said the F word. He said
It'd be
the F
funny
word.
if you were an African American. You know, if you were a racist, you would not say African American. Maybe you'd say the A word.
What's the A word?
The African American.
Oh yeah.
But so I go on the View.
Yeah.
So this is what had happened to me a month previously. This was whenever the first election was, the Bush.
Right.
Bush against
Gore.
Al Gore.
Yeah.
The first time, right? I know nothing about politics, you know. And so. But
This
what
is
happened-
right after the election?
This is before the election.
Okay.
Before the first election. So what happened was I got a call from this guy, Ben Stein. You know that guy?
Sure, yeah.
So he said, how'd you like to meet George Bush? He's running for president, you know? So I go, holy fuck, that would be cool, you know? Meet a guy running for president. Maybe later he'll become president, and I'll be his buddy, because this is how naive I was, because I knew him like 2 months before he became president.
Right.
So in Hollywood, you know, obviously very liberal, right? So so Gore showed up, and it was like Barbara Streisand and every giant star in Hollywood, right? So when Bush plane came down, literally it was me and Ben Stein. We were the celebrities.
Right.
So it was really lame. And then when George Bush came out with his wife, he said to her, "See, I told you he'd come," about me.
Right.
They were expecting maybe it would just be Ben Stein. They were really happy that 2 celebrities.
Right, sure.
You know, and real peripheral celebrities. So, but it was cool because everyone hates George Bush and stuff. So I got to go on his airplane and talk to him. I talked to the guy for an hour. And
Got to
stuff.
hang out with him.
Well, yeah. So it was really cool. You know, I don't know anything about politics, but it's cool to meet the guy that's going to might be the president. You know?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
What did you talk to Bush about on his plane?
I talked to him about, well, I don't know shit about politics, but he didn't know much either.
He hadn't really been elected yet.
No, he hadn't been elected and everything. And I told him some jokes, and he sometimes he'd go like, "There's mics" or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a very interesting story.
Right. That's cool.
But see, it's a mini.
This
layered.
guy's been just sitting here
I know,
listening to
I
the
know.
whole story.
That's why
we
I said
haven't
it's a
even
long
introduced
story.
ourselves to him yet. What's your name?
My name's David.
Where are you?
I'm just outside Montreal.
Montreal.
I'm going to walk it.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so you're about to walk out.
Yeah, so I go on The View, right?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to I said, I'll talk about the Bill Cosby story, you know? So anyways, the lady from The View goes, take a look at this picture, and show a picture of me standing beside presidential nominee George Bush. And then they're like,
You're on The
"What?"
View now.
Yeah, I'm on The View. And they're like, what's going on here? That's what the lady says to me, one of the ladies, right? Like it was a fucking
Which
picture
was it? Star
of,
Jones, Meredith Vieira?
Who's the fat black one?
Well, Star Jones left the show, though. She's
There was
not
a
on there
fat African-American
Star
lady.
Jones, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah,
that was the
she
lady.
lost a lot of weight later, too.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
It was big. There was a big brouhaha over that.
Was there?
Yeah, but yeah. So she asked you that.
So she's like, what's going on here? Right? And it's just a picture of me with a guy running for the president. But the way they said it, it was like that picture of Kurt Waldheim with Hitler in the fucking woods, right? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what's wrong with this, right? So just to be crazy, kind of like, and just because they got under my skin, I don't know nothing about politics and nothing. I said, well, it's better than that guy that's in there now. That guy murdered a guy, Bill Clinton, right?
Right.
And then they're like, what? And I go, they go, what? So I go, he murdered a guy, remember? Some guy killed him because I remember somebody died.
Right, sure, yeah. Someone who had committed suicide. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I heard a crazy conspiracy thing that they killed him.
So you just start, yeah.
I'm like, don't you remember that? You know, but I'm acting like everybody knows it. Like I'm just acting like a retard. And then Barbara Walter goes, you're walking a pretty thin line, mister. And I'm like, I thought it was a matter of public record. Barbara, you're a newswoman, back me up, you know. It kept going on, and it was like, fucking, you know, and I remember she kept going like, you're one piece of work, mister, like getting really
They're really
crazy,
taking you seriously, yeah. Not remembering that you know, the jokes on
shit,
Weekend Update were...
So I just did it to be like stupid, and then, so there's just like, you know, the audience like confused, you know, and the ladies are all angry. All of a sudden, I hear like coming out of the thing like cling, ding, like it's a fucking fire alarm. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I remember it's my phone, you know, my cell phone, this joke.
Oh, yeah.
The producer backstage saw that everything was going to hell and decided to fix it, you know. So like I go, I go, Marty, man, this is a bad time to call because all the ladies hate me now and stuff like that, you know. And Barbara Walters goes, what the hell are you doing? Like she just...
Right.
I go, I know I'm a little scared. I go, I don't know. The guy backstage, he told me that it would be funny if I pretended my agent Morty called. And then there was like about 5 seconds of silence. And Barbara Walters said, we'll be right back. And then they gave me the boot.
That is on YouTube right now? That's on YouTube right now, apparently, Bill. Yeah. Have you queued it up? No, I don't have it yet. Oh, you don't have it? We should try to find that. Oh, my, that's uncomfortable, huh? Have you been asked back?
No.
No?
I thought it was fun.
Oh, yeah, no, that's awesome. You love those uncomfortable moments, though, right?
I like it, yeah. Like with stand-up, if I bomb, I really, really like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you ever get like that?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Every night here.
Welcome to Celebrity Jeopardy! We've got 3 wonderful celebrities playing for charity. Let's meet them. Burt Reynolds. As you know, all of our celebrities are playing for charity. And Burt Reynolds, yours is the Palm Beach Golf and Tennis Resort. And finally, back again, Burt Reynolds in a commanding lead with $14.
Hey, check out the podium. Look at this.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Great. What in the... Burt Reynolds, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's not my name.
Oh, all right, Turd Ferguson.
Sorry I'm late. I had to pick up my podium from the garage.
Well, you're not late. You weren't invited. The answer is John Travolta learned how to dance for this 1977 hit movie. Mr. Connery.
That would be Jaws.
No. Jaws is incorrect. And please answer in the form of a question. Burt Reynolds.
What is Jaws?
No.
I'll take swords for 400.
It's actually not swords, sir. Swords. These are words that begin with S. The answer is, Popeye is this sort of man. Burt Reynolds.
What is Popeye?
No. This racing movie with Dom DeLuise told us that, yes, cannonballs can run. Cannonballs can run. Bert, you might want to guess this. Just move on. Bert, can you please pick a category?
Pick swords.
Yeah, sure, give me swords.
It's S words. It's S words. And for how much, Mr. Reynolds?
Hell, let's go nuts. Swords for 48,000.
We're not doing swords. Let's just start with famous Roberts for 400. And the answer is, this was John F. Kennedy's younger brother, Marlon Brando.
Teddy.
No.
Who is Teddy?
No.
What is Teddy?
No. Burt Reynolds.
I'll tell you something, Alex. I think he's right.
This December 25th holiday involves decorating a tree and opening presents. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, when's my birthday?
Is your birthday on December 25th, Mr. Reynolds?
No, July 7th.
Actually, I have your bio here. It's February 11th. Burt Reynolds.
What is July 7th?
Burt Reynolds, you picked the category.
Yeah, give me theater for 10,000.
Theater for 600. The answer is, this play by William Shakespeare was about a merchant who lived in Venice. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, it was Footloose. Good flick, Footloose.
No. And please answer in the form of a question. Mr. Reynolds, you seem to have broken your buzzer. And it's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a this. Burt Reynolds.
Chinese whore.
No.
Yeah, tough luck there, buddy, huh?
Okay, moving on. What is it, Mr. Reynolds?
Check out this guy's back.
What? That's nice. You put a kick me sign on Mr. Travolta's back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I did it when he wasn't looking.
That's very nice. Good job, Bert.
Hey, I speak a little French. You're an ass bite. Pardon my French.
My name's French.
Yeah, well, who gives a damn?
Moving on.
Yeah, I'll take the condom thing for 8,000.
That's condiments. For 400.
Yeah, well, why don't you give me 8 tit for 200?
It's not 8 tit. Burt Reynolds.
That's not my name.
Okay. Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, what do you want?
You buzzed in.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion. I'd like to solve the puzzle, Alex.
This isn't Wheel of Fortune.
Who is Andre the Giant?
Is that an answer to a question?
No, I was just wondering who is Andre the Giant.
Burt Reynolds.
I just remembered.
You remembered what?
I remembered who Andre the Giant was. He was a giant, and he went by the name of Andre.
Why are you still talking about Andre the Giant? Burt Reynolds.
Why don't you give me Andre the Giant for $1,000.
No, it's not a category. This is the sound a doggy makes. Burt Reynolds.
Who is Scooby-Doo?
No.
That was a funny dog, Scooby-Doo. He drove around the van and solved mysteries.
That is incorrect.
No, that's correct. I remember he had a pal, Scrappy.
Mr. Reynolds, what are you doing?
Yeah, I found this backstage. Oversized hat. It's funny.
No, it's not.
Sure it is. It's funny. It's funny because it's bigger than a normal hat.
I see that. Get back to your podium.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, I see it. Go back to your podium. It's not funny. You know what? Let's just move on to Final Jeopardy with every player in negative numbers. And the category is, you know what? This is way too hard. I'm just going to make one up. How about your favorite food? Just write down whatever food you personally like most, any food you like to eat. Your favorite food. Let's look at Mr. Reynolds' answer. Check out Keaton's back. Right, very funny.
Yeah, he didn't know it was on there.
Shut up. Just shut up. Let's just move on to Final Jeopardy. Tell you what, let's just forget the question. All you have to do to win the game is write down the current year. What year it is right now. It's a number. What year is it? This now, Mr. Reynolds. I didn't see you write anything. Maybe I missed it. And I didn't. You gave no answer.
Why don't you let me buy a vowel?
Okay, that's infuriating. Good night. Get that off me! Yeah, it was. Good night. But please stop it.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, but like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
Who's Michelle Greppy?
Yeah, you got a bad review in the paper by Michelle Greppy. She hates you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
But the
Tell
New
me
York
something.
Times loves me. But Michelle Greppy hates me.
What's something Michelle said?
She says, all the charm of a date rapist.
But a date rapist has to have charm, right?
That's true. A date rapist has to have a lot of charm, right?
I would imagine so.
Real rapists don't, but date rapists.
They have to have enough charm to get you on a date.
They gotta get you on a date, exactly.
He took your punchline.
Dream date with Norm. Who wants a dream date with Norm? Why sit home alone? Just pick up the phone. For your dream date with Norm.
Call 1-877-WIN-NORM by November 3rd and leave a message telling Norm what you'd do on your dream date. Grand prize winner will be flown to L.A. 1,000 first prize winners receive a CD of Norm's favorite love songs. Sponsored in part by AT&T. Warning, when Norm comes to your house, he will look nothing like this. Do not operate Norm while intoxicated. The producers are not responsible for Norm's behavior.
A Boston. But a guy was just telling me, hey, listen, Bill Cosby, first of all, is my hero ever since I was a kid, because I always wanted to be like him, and I got his albums, tried to emulate him, but I didn't like his stand-up, but I like the way he was as a man. Because this was before, they didn't say he was a rapist on the fucking liner notes of the albums, you know? That's what my buddy said. He said, the worst part about Cosby was he was a hypocrite. And I said, I don't think that was the worst part. To me, the worst part was the raping. way up high. And then the second would be the drugging. And then the third would be the scheming. But anyways, hypocrisy would be way fucking down the line, you know, like on the 4th page or some shit. Like, I'm no expert, but I think probably most rapists are hypocrites. You know what I mean? You don't meet a lot of guys go, I like to rape, I don't give a fuck. I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but I like raping. I go, God damn, at least he's not a hypocrite. That's the worst. That's the worst part of it. But he, imagine you're a girl. Some of you will be easier. No, imagine you're a girl. You're in a gift shop in Vegas or some shit. You go, I'm going to buy this snow globe for my, it's the most famous guy ever. Cosby, you know, Cosby's there. And he's like, you want to go to my room? It's the biggest room ever. And so you go, yeah, of course I want to go to your room. Biggest star ever, biggest room ever. What the fuck? You don't have to be a girl. You fucking go. And then you go up and then you're like, fuck, look at this. I've never seen, and he's like, you want a glass of water? You go, yes, that would be nice. And then you go, why is it purple? Why is it fizzing? Like in a monster movie. Just drink it. It's famous people water. And drink, and everything goes fucking crazy and shit. And they come out of it, they're like, what the fuck? I was just in the gift shop. What's that? Cosby cock? I can swear that's a Cosby cock. That's impossible. A Cosby cock? Why would there be a Cosby cock in my face? Wait a second, I remember. I'll call for help. Hypocrisy! A man committed hypocrisy on me in room 10304-204. There's too many numbers in the hotel room. God damn. Cosby. But when you think about that show, people go hypocrite and shit. But in a way, when you think about the show he had a regular fucking life. But then what was his job? He looked in women's pussies and stuff. And you never saw it. They never showed you that part. So in a way, maybe he wasn't a hypocrite.
We went and saw him.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story. It's like one of those little things. You know when people do like real bad things and then they add on a little thing? It happens a lot in crime and shit. Like I remember, I'm just swearing because I can. Like crime, fuck it, shit. But sometimes a guy will commit a heinous crime, then they'll add like some fucking like I remember Richard Speck. You know, some of you are old enough to remember this guy. He busted into a house full of nurses, raped and killed 9 nurses. He was charged with 8 counts of rape, 8 counts of murder, 1 count of breaking and entering. So the whole defense became, I tell you, that door was a little bit open. You could have jimmied that open. We're going to take pictures of it and show it to the jury. Blow them up. Then the judge is like, all right, fuck that one. Because judges are wise, like owls. So the judge knows he doesn't want the guy, 8 counts guilty, 8 counts guilty, and on the case of breaking and entering, innocent. And then he's like, hey, what did I tell you, everybody? waving at people with his orange I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel. Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ.
Oh, no.
I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows. He knows. And he's not making fun of rape.
Well, it's like that comedian that would rape people at comedy club. No, in colleges.
Yes, Vince Champ.
They always said his great gimmick was that people would think who did it, and they never, because he'd go on to another town and another college, but when people say, what about the comic?
Yeah. Maybe the worst gimmick a comic ever had. Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. That's very good.
You have?
Fantastic documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah.
That
unwatchable.
I liked it. The DVD commentary.
This is not topical. It's just about. It's as if it's about your life. You know.
How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. So it's not a regular dungeon. That's what you're saying.
Dungeon.
Thanks for again. The bus. I've never been thrown under an entire Trailways fleet.
Why did the moron throw the clock out the window? Why? Because it reminded him of Richard Clock, the man convicted of knife raping his wife. Good God Almighty!
You know,
Jesus.
It used to be all right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that one was coming.
Wait, I have a question. So you guys are two very funny females, but when you post videos on the internet, sometimes being a female is a little bit different than if I was to post a video on the internet. What's that like for you two?
Sometimes we've been called certain things
How
many times.
do you deal with that stuff?
I think I'm numb to it now. We've been called everything so many times. I can't even
in the beginning
take
it was
in
like,
anymore.
oh my God, I can't believe this. We should just stop doing this. And then now we just don't read the comments and keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's the right
I think
way to
the
do it.
last
Oh, are
comment
you
I
guys,
read
are
was
you
the
guys
guy-
talking about Barfy Man 362?
Exactly.
Is that you?
No, that's that motherfucker. I don't even want to give him attention, but listen, saying those kind of things about me.
Talk to him. Talk to him right now. Talk to Barf.
Listen, Barfy Man 362.
right.
No, you cannot rape my mother with a knife.
Now it's official.
Yeah, that's the kind of comment we didn't want to read anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of sandwich makers. Bitches, go make me a sandwich.
Those ones bother me less than the knife.
Oh yeah, the raping
mother
ones
stuff.
are worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be raped with a knife.
I'll gladly make
I
a
would
sandwich.
much rather be raped with something else.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever they call crazy. I mean, you wouldn't want to get like a guy like Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. I mean, you wouldn't want anybody who might eat you at lunchtime, but that was his name, right? Jeffrey Dahmer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, got killed by a broomstick raped to death.
Really? That's
They say
smart.
it's one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. On the list of the 1,000 ways. Yeah,
they say drowning is very peaceful.
All right.
Broomstick rape.
Not good.
No.
Well, but I've seen you go for like 20 minutes, and then the next 20 you get into a darker place, which is for me I really love it. Like I love when you get.
Well,
when
I find it's like seducing. You give the candy and the flour in the first 20 minutes, and then you're ramming it up their fucking hot ass later.
Right, but when you're giving candy
juicy
and
big cock.
Right, but when you're giving the flowers and the candy, is it to a kid? Or is it, because I know the second part of what you just said.
This is a joke I heard. Do you want to hear a joke?
Please.
Okay. This guy is driving down. He's a pedophile.
Why is the big cock always juicy with you? I mean, ever since I've known you, it's like, and it's a juicy big cock.
It's
so is it like prime rib? Does it have drippings? If you're going to eat it like corn, is it like a Hoffy? I mean, it's got... You put paper towels under it because it's going to have drippings?
Well, you know, the actual truth of it is like, it's like, here's my hot cock. The truth of it is,
well, who says that?
People always say that. My hot
and they're
cock.
doing this on a walker?
No, that's the lady's hips.
Oh.
So, but the truth is, a vagina is hot. A cock is actually cold. But of course,
mine gets warm.
You think it does in your head, but no.
No, in my hand.
No, your hand is
My
hot.
head's colder than my cock.
Your hand is colder than your cock.
Yeah, if I touch my head and then touch my cock is hotter.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near as hot as the woman's vagina. So she's getting a cold cock.
Does it depend on the woman?
That's where they came with the impression, the cold cock punch. But here's the joke.
No, the cold cock punch has nothing to do.
But here's the joke.
Cold cock it's got cock a trigger.
Yeah.
So you're cold cocking like you would a trigger.
Yeah, you're way off.
Not like a hot cock that you hit somebody with their hot. Here's a hot cock, I'm gonna knock you out.
That's interesting. I
It's
didn't
not
know
bad.
that.
It'd be cool if I had a
So
cock
that
I could knock
makes
someone
sense.
out.
Oh, that'd be
a
great.
cold cock.
You censor this?
No, but this is the joke.
You're just going to
I don't really want to do this joke because we want to get onto stuff, but I'll tell you quickly.
Please.
So it's a guy, a pedophile, is driving in a car, and he sees a kid, and the kid is going through a dumpster, and the kid finds a welding hat. A lot of things happen in this joke, coincidentally.
Right.
He finds a welding mask, and the kid puts on the welding mask, and he's running around having fun with the welding mask. And the pedophile goes, "You want to drive, kid?" The kid goes, "Sure." So the kid gets in, and the pedophile says to the kid who's wearing this welding mask, he says, do you like to get your cock sucked? And the kid goes, "Oh, no, what? No." And he says, do you want to suck a cock, suck my cock? "Oh, no. Well, how about would you like to get my big juicy cock shoved up your hot ass?"
It's going to have a clean punchline, I
So
know that.
finally the kid goes, "Oh, I understand. No. I'm not actually a welder."
Right.
That's a crazy joke. Hey, do you want to take? Hey,
Want to take some questions?
I asked my Twitter followers for questions for Bob Saget.
But is it pedophile? Is that the actual? It's pedophile, isn't it?
No, it's pedophile.
Is it pedo?
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood.
Phil Leeds was one of the best comics in the world, one of the sweetest human beings. But during the McCarthy era, Phil couldn't get work. He was branded a communist because he had left leanings, and he couldn't work. And gee, I knew about him and I knew his work, and I had seen him in New York. He was hysterical. He was so sweet. Never did political humor even. And so I said, he looks like Maury a little bit. I'll call him, and I got him out to play his brother, a really badass brother. And after the show, the sponsors called me. That guy was great. Where did you find him? He's a New York actor. That's all I could say.
Well, you mean because he was branded at that moment?
Huh?
The moment you cast him, he would still have been branded.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They would have, if they knew he was one of the guys, they would say, "You can't use him."
Wow, that's interesting. I know nothing about the blacklisting, but just as you said that, were Jewish people more likely to be blacklisted?
Well, I don't know about that, but Jewish people are more likely to be considered liberals, and so they'd be more vulnerable.
Were you ever a communist?
No, they called me and said, they knocked at my door at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Two guys dressed like that in black suits. "Mr. Reiner."
Have you no shame, sir?
"Mr. Reiner, FBI, may we come in?" "Oh, absolutely, gentlemen. I'm in my shorts. I was just woken up." They wanted to know if I knew.
Explain to the folks what the FBI is.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're looking for communist infiltration into the arts. They were sending people to jail. By the way, the guy who ran the whole committee was ultimately sent to jail and went to the same jail that the communists were sent. And they were so nice to him. They really were. Anyway, that was another part of the story. But
the FBI are at your door.
They're at my door, and I decided. And by the way, I was on the shows at the time, and I said, "Oh, here it comes." You know, I had done liberal things. I was a liberal, and I had done liberal causes. And they wanted to know. This is the question they asked, and I could not believe it. They said, "Sir, did you vote for the American Labor Party in the last election?" And I'm saying, they can't ask that, sir. It's a secret ballot. And I said, "Yes, absolutely. Didn't you?" And I decided I'm going to go with them. They were charming. I'd out-charm them. They said, "Why did you vote?" I said, "Henry Wallace, our vice president. He's a businessman. He runs a strawberry farm. We need a good businessman." Everything they... And I said, you didn't vote for? Who did you vote for? Anyway, that's the way it went for a long time. And then they asked me questions like, "You once emceed a thing for Mr. Barsky, a fellow named Edward Barsky. Do you know about him?" I says, "Yes." He said, "You know he was a communist?" I says, "Probably, but I said, why did you do that?" I says, "Well, they asked me to MC something. They were giving him a big award because he invented plasma, the thing that saved lives. He did it in the fields during the Spanish War, the Franco War, and with a motor from a machine, from a car, a Jeep.
Sure, that's how I do it.
He got plasma out of that. And I said, saved thousands and hundreds of thousands of lives in the Second World War. I would, who wouldn't be an MC at that? And then they say, "You also MC'd a thing for a liberal thing at Carnegie Hall." What? I says, "Who asked you to do that?" And I said, "Well, I was in Call Me Mister at the time, a Broadway show. Somebody asked me." And I said, "Carnegie Hall, every kid actor, you have to play a violin. You want to go to Carnegie Hall?" I didn't play the violin. I didn't sing. So with a gentleman, and I said this to him, "Gentlemen, if the FBI ever has a big event, I'm your guy. I want to MC that event." This is the way I went.
I got it.
And then they asked me the question, "Do you know any commies?" I said, "I'm sure I do." And he said, "Could you name them?" I says, "Commies don't go around giving their names, but..." "Oh, you know any commies in show business?"
Yeah.
I said, "Sure, they're in every business. You guys tell us that." And they said, "Would you give us a name?" I don't know. They don't go around telling their names.
Yeah.
And that's the way we left it. And nothing
It
else.
wasn't illegal to be communist at the time. It was just, it couldn't work.
I think the Constitution says you're allowed to think the way you want to think.
Right. But you couldn't work.
That's exactly.
Do you ever think maybe it's a little like racism?
A lot like racism.
No, I mean, if you're a racist.
Oh, yes.
It's not illegal, but you can't work.
If you're a racist, you can't work.
Well, Donald Sterling, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think there's any correlation?
He doesn't have to work.
No, he doesn't.
The amount of money he has, he could live another 100 years.
That's true.
$10 billion.
No, but a serious question, though.
Yes.
If a man has a job and he is a racist, should the job be taken away from him?
No.
Okay.
But his fellows should.
Good news for him.
Yeah.
Not a racist.
Feelings going up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into. I mean, bad, fuck do you mean?
Tim was always
communist?
He was a communist.
This was the good intro?
Wow.
I didn't want to bring it up, but he was a communist. No, I don't name names. But why don't we just get into this? You were talking, you just brought up communism.
Yeah, wow.
And it struck me, right? Remember McCarthyism?
Mm-hmm. Eugene? What was his first name?
No, that was a different McCarthy.
I know, but I'm just kidding. What was McCarthy's first name?
Joe McCarthy.
Joey.
Tail Gunner Joe.
Wow.
So he named members of he wanted the names of the members of the Communist Party. So the Communist Party members were named, and then they couldn't work.
Right.
They wouldn't go to jail. It wasn't illegal to be a communist, but you couldn't work.
Wow.
And it was the worst thing in the world. Nowadays, you can say things that people don't like, and
easily,
right? And now people go, well, he has the right to say it, but we have the right to not employ him. So, to me, that's you don't have a right. You don't have the right if the consequence is that you can't feed your family.
That was there's a larger issue that my sister and I argue about religion all the time. It says you can do
Well, I asked her, what's the purpose biblically? I'm a philosophy major. What is God's will, whatever that is? She says, well, to do the right thing. It says, so you have free will to do the right thing. She says, yes, but if you don't do what he wants, then he punishes you. So that's not actually a choice. And this is the same thing. You can, your opinion is valid, but if it isn't appealing, or if whatever that we think is, then you can be punished for it.
And you have been punished for it.
I don't know. I said
I know you don't like to say that because you've been so blessed in your life. Probably.
Right, because there's nothing. My life is fine. I said, what's funny to me is that I'm a stand-up comedian. Have been that way for quite a long time, and we're anarchists.
True, yeah.
Leno says you shouldn't fall in love with hookers. And that's show business. Show business is just a prostitute. It's all a prostitution. They only like you for a while, and then they move on to somebody else. And it's not. It's just the way it is. And if you fall,
who knows more about show business than Leno?
Well, and he's
really,
he does. And he says we are blessed to be comedians because people come to see you, they pay money, and you get it. There's nobody in the middle of that situation. Yeah. And I said one time I was doing an interview for both. I did an MSNBC, which is curious, and then I did a Fox interview. And I said, at the end of the interview, are you interviewing the character I'm playing or the guy that I am? And they said they didn't see any difference between that. And I said, it's a very different situation. You don't interview Mel Gibson or Harrison Ford as the guy in Blade Runner, but sometimes they'd want you to be that opinion. And I said, my opinion, it's always been that way as a stand-up. I hate taxes. I hate it as a stand-up comedian. I worked hard week by week. You get cash in an envelope, usually by guys in suits. So it was the weirdest thing about comedy clubs. You had an envelope would come across the table. But you'd have to pay taxes. I had this weird partner, I always said. And the federal government never helped me, and I don't know what that was about. They always assist you in comedy clubs. What did the government ever do for us as comedians? Nothing. And when I was a kid, it was 45, 50%.
Oh my God! Wow. Right? For regular people.
Right, for regular people.
For rich people, 80%.
80%. It was horrible. I never. That's always been my position as a comedian. I don't know why we got onto this subject, but this never is talked.
No.
There's something to do with McCarthy and communists? Is that how this went?
No, I thought because you brought up communism, that we're facing nowadays, where you could get fired for your political beliefs. And actually, communism was a sort of a dangerous thing.
Well, now they're like, everybody likes them.
Yes.